Hey Collective, welcome to my channel. This is Copper Visions and I'm Antonio. Last night I did a reading and I'm still kind of not sure if I'm going to post it, but let me just tell you that the energy that I've experienced recently has been very draining, and at the same time there's been this overarching theme of pushing oneself out of their comfort zone. And if you specifically lost hope with something at one point in time, there's this stream of awareness that's coming in that I have access to right now, as well as you do, that I would love to see what and where and who and maybe even when this thing is going to come in. If you lost hope with something, there is somehow still hope, and there's something to do with the next morning that you're going to experience, or you might be watching this in the morning, I'm not sure, but whenever you get this, just trust that there's something here for you, and please take or leave whatever resonates and doesn't resonate. It's fine, right? Clearly I'm excited. Clearly there's something to be excited about, and I want to find out what this is. So here we go. All right. So I want to start out actually with an oracle card. This might have to do with love. This might have to do with peace. Follow your own rhythm and Pandora's gift. So I think how you're perceived sometimes is that you're doing your own thing. You're in your own rhythm, and this might look completely insane to other people. But for you, it actually is the only rhythm that makes sense. And of course, if it's your own rhythm, but you have to kind of keep in touch with other people's rhythms because, I don't know, for work or for some reason, you have to be aware of other people and what they're doing as well, then that makes sense and all, but you might just function at a different pace than other people. And whether this has you slowing down when other people are speeding up, or speeding up when everyone else is slowing down, it's all good, and it's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't know what you lost hope with, but I want to see what this is about, because that keeps coming through, and I just have no idea really where this is going to come in. So okay. And I do want to thank you if you've been here for a while and you've been viewing my videos, and maybe you haven't really engaged with the channel much, but you've continued to be here for some reason. I just want to thank you for tuning in, for taking the leap. Oh my god. Okay, so this has to do the Tower and the Seven of Wands. Super powerful energy. Holy smokes. It's like you made a boundary and then it caused a tower to something or someone. Oh my god. And I almost don't, I can't tell which is the central point of this. It's like, did you make the boundary and then the tower happened, or did the tower happen that forced you to make a boundary? I'm not too sure. Okay. I want to get, okay. And there was a truth that was expressed. So there's been a truth that's been expressed, and maybe you caused a tower. I'm seeing the boundary first and then the tower, to be honest. But sometimes they coincide, and actually in last night's reading as well, there was a tower moment. And it's almost like I felt like I was truly guiding someone who was in a tower moment. And look, that reading is really only meant for 1 or 2 people, I'm hearing. But my job, my role here with you now is to guide you, if you feel so inclined to listen, to your next phase of understanding, of awareness, of your next phase of enlightenment. And then you take it from there, it's almost like there's a dark room and there's many doors, but you can't really see them. And so I do feel like what I'm seeing is that I'm actually opening a door or a couple doors so that you can decide which ones to go through. And once you go through it, then it's for you, you know, regardless of what I end up doing there, or if I kind of stay in the dark, or I don't know, I just kind of dissipate. So it seems like there's this dissipating energy that you're getting aware, you're becoming more aware of, that is just for a moment of guidance. Yeah. And it's kind of funny because, you know, you watch a video on YouTube and then boop, you're back in your world, right? But right now you're kind of in between as the King of Swords. Highly intellectual, highly aware of your surroundings, and knowing that you have the power to communicate anything that you wish. And I think this has to do with you creating a possibility where you live in a realm of success, a realm of enlightenment and joy and pleasure, and at the same time I'm hearing ghouls will be ghouls. It's almost like it's reminding me of whether it's boys will be boys or girls will be girls. It's almost like ghouls will be ghouls is this bridging of both worlds where gender does not matter, and there's a lot more freedom there for however you present yourself. But at the same time, I think actually this is also acknowledging, because what is a ghoul, you know? Like, I feel like it's a little energy goblin, or like something that likes to mess around with, like a mischievous energy that wants to kind of play games. And you're kind of, I don't know why this is coming through, I like this, but look, this energy does not have power over you. However, there's just something about riddles, something about you getting distracted. Oh, why would you be distracted? Because of the choices you're making. The choices you're making are very powerful. Okay, thanks for bearing with me, but I got the I got the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. And the Lovers is in the past position, and the Ten of Cups is in your upcoming. So this is a really incredible reading, and I want you to know that the energy that you're in with this, in this moment, don't pay any mind to the distractions that you know are trying to get your attention away from, like past, maybe it's just like past connections, the past situation that kind of wants to come through and try to maybe own up to what they did before, but you've already made your choice. And you're after your Ten of Cups. So I want to understand why. Who is this? What is this past energy? What is this past energy? I feel like I need more cards in general. Oh, I need more, I mean, I don't need anything, but I want to give you more specific measures, more specific stones to lay on your path. But maybe I don't need to do that. Ooh. Wow, and there's a lot of doors that have been available to you that you've had to shield yourself from. Interesting. There's just a lot of cards that fell out on the Tower and the Seven of Wands. But this has to do, it says inner power and then freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. And by your own command, you brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. Okay. And another door closed. Okay. Whoa. This just feels really fast moving. So if you're still with me and this isn't making any sense to you at all, I'm happy. Let's see what else happens. You know, sometimes people might see you be happy and they don't know what to do with themselves about it. And it's like, what does that have to do with you, you know? Yeah. I'm just meditating, I guess, in this moment on this idea of this phrase that kind of came to me after something happened this morning. And it was like, oh, is that your happy face? Is that your happy face? Or are you so shocked by my happiness that you feel like you need to comment on it? Page of Swords. Something being communicated to you. But I don't think this is a negative thing, really. It's just, I think you take people by surprise. And whether they have something to comment or not doesn't mean anything about you in the moment or how your happiness is coming off. It's just a matter of you might be in a place that is not necessarily filled with a bunch of happy expressions. It's more one of, well, I'm just hearing the word fade or shades. It's more shades of I'm hearing shades of glory, like blades of glory. I don't know why that could be significant. Will Ferrell. I don't know why that energy's saying hi, but there's a jokester energy around, and you're kind of like, maybe you've been pissed off with something, with some type of energy that's kind of been making light or taking things and turning them into a joke that are not actually a joke. Like if someone takes your spirituality as a joke and they don't realize how real it all is, then that's on them, and they'll learn that at a certain point in time. Page of Wands. And this Page of Wands isn't necessarily super happy with how they've gone about learning this life lesson. And I'm seeing these bundles of hay, like bundles of hay, like bundles of communication that they've rounded up. Where is this going? Because there's a challenge here. Ooh, the Three of Cups. They think that there's reason to celebrate based on quantity, but the quality of what they're experiencing isn't the same quality of experience that you're having. So perhaps this commentary that came in on the jokester, the mischievous energy that's going through a tower because they can see that you have boundaries up. Ooh, they're in for a bit of a rude awakening, but I don't think that this is going to be anything. I'm wishing well on all of this, right? And as we are, this has nothing really to do with us, but for some reason it's here for us to be aware of. So the Sun. The Sun is the outcome. The Sun is the outcome. Yeah, and you've got your bases covered. You've got your bases covered because you trust yourself. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Okay. Normally I've been getting this card a lot, the Four of Pentacles, and it's been a card of holding on too tightly to something that you know you need to let go or change. You need to like change an action on it. But the thing is that the Sun comes to reveal and heal, I'm hearing. So whatever that it is that you have had maybe some trouble letting go of before, I don't think you're going to have any more trouble with it because the Sun is really... Ooh, and I need to crack my back for a second. This thing has been trying to constrict your movements and your movements. I mean, I'm seeing this this mover here, follow your own rhythm, and I don't know if I even showed you this card earlier, but you see how this person is dancing, is moving? It's like they've been constricted in a way. And the thing is that you deserve to move as freely as you can. And with this Four of Pentacles energy, it's also a card of foundations, though. So I think that your foundation has been very strong, and people have wanted to move it. People have wanted to test you and to kind of push you aside and away from what you already know is true. And the challenge is to remain focused on how much you've already built for yourself, for your own understanding, for your own life. No one can come in and try to tell you that your foundation's wrong when it's clearly working very well when you listen to it, you know. And when I say when you listen to it, it's almost like if you know you're tired, if you know you're giving your energy or your time to something that's feeling not as right as you know it should feel, or something like that, you know that as soon as you listen to yourself and give back to your own energy and your own safe space, I'm hearing, or just spending time in your safe, sacred space, that is where you are healed. That's where you're purified. That's where you are protected and you are strong, you know? So maybe this is just the world getting upset that you have a place, a safe space that makes you feel strong. And like, sorry, but not sorry, you know? There's one more card. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. Yeah. And leaving behind the things that don't serve you. These two swords are being left intentionally by this family. And yeah, you might have some things, some Three of Swords to kind of heal from, to kind of take with you, to reflect on, to analyze, to... Oh, I'm hearing divulge. Oh, but it's for your safety. It's for your own betterment. It's for your own growth. Because I see this kid being kind of sheltered by their other parent, and I was having a conversation this morning about how one time I experienced this parent guarding her child from me during a hotel breakfast, and this parent was very weary of me, but all I was doing was making sure that this kid had some room to like pour the waffle mix into the waffle maker. And the significance about this is that I think people sometimes they think they're protecting their loved ones from something, but what they're actually doing is living in fear of what they perceive as a threat to their own foundation. So I think for some reason there's a false foundation that is completely shocked at yours. There's something else that's been built that cannot stand anymore, because now it's aware of how strong and sturdy and true the foundation you base your life on is. And it's taken a while. Knight of Pentacles. And you've taken the steps that you've taken because of all of the transformations you've experienced, all of the life experiences you've had, all of the gut-wrenching disappointments and proclamations you've made to live a better life. The energy that you have created and captivated many by, I'm hearing, took many years to create. And so for someone to kind of come in and kind of like, you know, laugh at your happiness or try to make light or I don't know, comment on a smile that's been waiting to be had for years. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. And excuse my French, but like, you know, I think you've got it. And I think that collective, you are helping me find my truth again after being so tired of so many disappointments. Is there anything else, Spirit? Yeah, moving forward. Chariot. And I think this card is also very vulnerable, but not shy. These sphinxes are strong and mighty and deeply aware of their own femininity. That's for sure. And that is the most powerful way to live, I think. So, whew, the energy here. Okay, where are we at? 2019, 2020. Ooh, on the clock. Okay, 2022. Oh, wow. Yes, many years. Literally. Oh my God. Okay. This is connecting back to a little short message that I had posted before, and it was about not being afraid to make the jump because you're afraid of the landing. Don't miss the jump because you're afraid of the landing, and you are finally landing. You've been in the air for a while. Skydiver. That's all that's coming up right now. Skydiver. Surrender, trust, and landing. You've got this. You've got this. And look at these little foundations too. I mean, the little houses, and there's like this church thing, and these people on the ground, and there's actually a horse rider riding, and there's people kind of chasing after the horse, but the horse rider is putting his hand out, almost like talk to the hand. Whoa, it's like you're going no matter what. And there's a star on top of this person's head as well. So I'm not sure you can see all the action that I was describing, but there's this horse rider riding, and I don't think you can see the guy with his hand out, but there's these little people, and he's like, no, I'm going. I'm jumping. Bam. You know? Wow. Okay, so make the jump, collective. Make the jump. Quantum jump into your highest timeline, your highest reality. Your most confident version of who you are, because there's a door open and I'm opening it for you with this message. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focused foundation and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Foundation. Look at that. And it's a gate to your Ten of Cups. The gate is open, and you are ready to step in.